The following presentation contains discussions of an intelligent manner. Viewer discretion is advised.
Eagerly pursuing all the latest fads and trends, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is.
Friends, enemies, and internet losers, I have returned. Hello. My name is Baroness Cameron, and this is Hey Dumbass. Today, I would like to talk a little bit more about history again, but a different kind of history. Now, I'm going to start right off by saying that I am not, nor have I ever been, a military tactician. But some of the news that's coming out of Afghanistan is kind of freaking me out just a little. Now, added to the fact that I am not a military tactician, I should also say that I am in favor of the Canadian mission in Afghanistan. But here's the deal. Normally, if somebody walked up to me and said, I am not a military tactician, but I have watched a lot of movies, I'd probably laugh while beating them severely about the head and neck. But in this case, they might get a pass. In recent, since the beginning of the deployment, we have been losing Canadian soldiers to improvised explosive devices, side of the road, here and there. And they sort of take them out 1, 2, 3 at a time, which in itself is terrible, but it doesn't wipe out an entire platoon of people. Now, the Canadians are considering, are using, as of yesterday, helicopters to move men around. Now, my question about this has to do with some historical precedents. The Americans were fighting a guerrilla force in Vietnam, and they used helicopters to fly in, fight, fly back out again. And some people questioned this approach in the sense that you take land, you kill a whole bunch of people, and then you leave it again, and you create this power vacuum, and they just sort of sink back in. So I'm, open question to those running the war on Canada's behalf, is this a good idea? Second thing, and this has to do with movies and history. Movies like, say, Red Dawn, Rambo, the second one, and the third one. Charlie Wilson's War. This is a Hind helicopter, Mi-24 Hind assault chopper. It is a killing machine. Now, you don't need to be Rambo, Charlie Wilson, one of the Wolverines, or the Mujahideen to know that the only way to get rid of these things is to shoot them down. Charlie Wilson's War, based on a true story, is about an American politician who went out of his way to see to it that the Mujahideen in Afghanistan got weapons to shoot these things down. Now, the Canadian forces fly CH-147 Griffins, maybe it's 146, CH-146 Griffins and CH-147 Chinooks. Now, the Chinook is a heavy lifter troop carrier, and if one of these bastards manages to pull off a lucky shot, that's not 1 or 2 people taken out by an improvised explosive device. That is 30 soldiers, the pilots, and the helicopter gone. Now, I'm just going to play a little bit of a tape for you here, and this is not from Afghanistan in the 80s. This is a new model Hind in Chechnya, I believe. Just take a look.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Now, if the Chechens can get anti-aircraft missiles, soldier-launched anti-aircraft missiles, it's a pretty safe bet that the Taliban and Al-Qaeda can get them too. Now, as I said, I'm a historian and a movie buff. I am not a military tactician. So I will leave it in the hands of those of you who supposedly are. But before you start packing our men and women onto these helicopters to be shot out of the sky, make sure you're doing the right thing and that they'll be safe up there. Bye.
Eagerly pursuing all the latest fads and trends, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion.